I know fancy iPhones have anti-shake technology, but my hands are just shaking like I'm dancing with the stars or something up on stage. But hit day number 11, I don't know if it was as good as I thought it was, but we had the lat raises with a superset and then threw in some dumbbell flies afterwards. I did 9, 4, 10, and then the rear delt I did 15, 4, 5. The bicep curls I moved up to 100 pounds. Did 13 reps of that, and then went down to 80 and did four more, and then I went to the waiter curls with 45. I know that's hard to read, and did 12. Here's where it gets a little sketchy because I think I did 23 pull downs with the triceps, but I kind of blacked out and lost count. I know I did 3 extra ones and then did 6 dips, which is really good, but that 23, I'm not sure. It might have been 21, but I definitely think it was over 20. When I started getting around 20, the pain was so much I just kind of lost count. It would be nice if I could videotape myself, because then, well, I could count. And I've realized maybe what I could do is make a video with the phone on the ground like this and then just count out loud, and that way I won't lose track of how many reps I do, because that 23 might be an anomaly. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but whew, my hands are shaking so bad after that workout I could barely hold a glass of milk. Well, I had 2 glasses of milk and a glass of water, and my hands are still shaking. Man, that was an intense workout. I think it only took a total of 14 minutes to get all those reps in. But I feel better. There's a little bit of drama here today at St. Thomas. And the police might be involved. And, well, I'm not afraid of the police because I always tell the truth. And in my opinion, I never do anything wrong. On my way over here today to the church, I looked in the window at the Friendship Place, and, well, the owner of the establishment came out to confront me and said, "You know what? We don't like you looking in the window." And I said, "Well, I really like looking in the window." And we had a conversation, and we could not reach an agreement. And I told her, I said, well, the next time we have this conversation, I'd like the police to be there. So it can be on camera and it can be recorded. So, I'm not being belligerent. I'm not being aggressive. I'm not being intimidating. I really, really like helping people. And sometimes that involves stepping outside of your comfort zone. So I've seen a lot of people in the world that pretend to be helpful, but they're really not. And I'm not saying that's what's going on at the Friendship Place, but this church is open to everyone. And you know what? If there was someone peeking in that window over there, I would go out and say hi, not go away. You're making me uncomfortable. Friendship is good. I agree. But I think kindness and getting rid of cruelty in the world is more important than friendship. Mr. Mrgrrr has got on his sensitive guy shoes today. Mr. Mrgrrr has put on his sensitive guy cap. He's going for a walk to try to be sensible. I spent some time today up over Burdock Hill over there with a big mountain full of dirt, a shovel, garbage cans, a tarp, and a ton of Rubbermaid containers. It basically moved heaven and earth and a lot more earth into the back of Mrs. Mrgrrr's minivan and moved it into the garden. And I did a really good job. It was a hard work. It was a labor of love. My back's a little bit sore from carrying, I'm guessing those garbage cans probably weigh close to 250 pounds when they're packed full of dirt. But I'm not going to blame that on my weightlifting today because, it was a high intensity training day today. There were so many people where the free dirt, the free mulch, and even the free gravel is being distributed. And I shouldn't say free because it costs like $2. And that's the magic part of the whole deal is when I was putting my money in the envelope, a gentleman saw me using a $2 bill and he smiled and he said, "Hey, it's so good to see a guy that's using $2 bills." He's that guy too, the one in his family that gives $2 bills to everybody. I'm guessing that every family tree, there's a very sensitive looking tree with pink blossoms on it. There's someone in every family that's the $2 bill guy. The black sheep of the family. I'm wearing all black and got my accent piece, pink shoes and pink hat. I don't think I'll wear the pink hat to City Hall today. Or if I do, I'll take it off when I'm inside because Mrgrrr has a very, very unsightly scab on top of his head from blunt physical trauma. You know, it is what it is. And I'm doing my best to keep that unsightly scab from the people of the world. But the good news is you have to be really tall to see it. Or I have to be sitting down or being the penitent man and kneeling. But I'm coming up on Burdock Hill, and it's been quite some time since I've climbed Burdock Hill. I spend a lot of time up there planning and thinking, trying to make things better for everybody that I used to work with, and well, that didn't go well. And everything seems to be pointing towards, hey, Mrgrrr, you need to go into your man cave, leave the light of day behind, focus on a world of make-believe, and give that to the world, and maybe that will help make the world a better place. Because nobody wants my pink shoes. Nobody wants my pink scabby hat. And I don't know if there's even any burdocks left on Burdock Hill. Looks like whoever's been trimming the weeds have been doing a good job up there, so. But, kind of like a weed, Mrgrrr always comes back. You just can't stop weeds, and you just cannot stop someone that will refuse to give up. And that, in a nutshell, is Mrgrrr. So, it's been so long. I wonder if Mrgrrr remembers the words. You know what? Yes, Mrgrrr remembers the words that he says each and every time he climbs Burdock Hill. There are burdocks here. Not much else. Let's see. For a second. The wind is just whipping. I don't see the whiskey bottles up here today, but this is a place where I have found more than one of those Fireball whiskey containers. So I have this feeling that someday down the line, Mrgrrr is going to cross paths with that person and hopefully give them some kindness. Now, I'm running very low on stickers. Well, there are some places in the world where my stickers just do not take. Like I tried to apply my sticker to the concrete, on that knife, on that sword, on that cross, on that dagger, and the wind just whipped it right off, and it went that way. So, am I guilty of littering? Maybe. I guess I can walk and see if I can find it and see where the wind took it, but it was flying fast because the wind is blowing hard. So I'm contemplating making another order of my stickers. Thinking about making them a little bit more bold and a little bit more pronounced. Very hard to miss. Kind of like a guy in pink shoes and a pink stocking cap. And this is not a desperate attempt for attention. In fact, I find that, reverse psychology works wonders. If you look like you want a ton of attention, nobody gives it to you. And that's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. I just want to do what I feel I need to do. And doing it in plain sight and hidden at the same time, that appeals to Mr. Mrgrrr. There it is, the massive dirt mountain. Mr. Mrgrrr took a big old chunk out of that today. Spent some $2 bills, and well, who needs to go to the YMCA when you can lug around hundreds and hundreds of pounds of dirt? So the good news is, hey, there's nobody here now. Like when I came here earlier, everybody, their uncle, their aunt, their cousin, getting some of that dirt. I'm not going to try to get my nice pink sensitive shoes dirty or anything like that, but man, one of the favorite quotes from motion picture history is about a soldier talking about how dark the earth is at his home and how it is the same color as his wife's hair. Well, my wife's hair is red these days, but it doesn't matter. When I see this dirt, this brown dirt, it makes me think of my wife, because the color of her eyes is just the softest, warmest, most nurturing thing in the world. And how I have grown as a person and as a man because of her love. That is for sure. So she's probably worried now that I'm going to get in trouble and I'm going to need to get bailed out from jail wearing my sensitive hat and my sensitive shoes. But no, I'm going to be okay. I just needed to walk to blow off a little steam, because you know what? You can't shovel dirt morning, noon, and night. There's got to be ways to deal with the struggles of the world. And what can I say? I'm going to try kindness each and every time. But sometimes kindness doesn't work. And that's when you have to lean on being stubborn. It was a lot of hard work, but we got lots of beautiful brown earth in Nanny's garden. Hopefully we'll have some tomatoes, some peppers, some carrots, and some beets. I'm looking up at the sun there and thinking, you know what? That tree right there really probably needs to get trimmed a little bit more. So I'm going to have to borrow the saw from Aunt Sue probably and get back there and let the light of day shine upon the marigolds and the rest of the fruits and vegetables growing in Nanny's garden. Oh, I want my boys to grow up good, grow up strong, grow up kind. Got to put good things into your body, good things into your heart, and good things into your mind to make that happen.
anything if you missed it. Okay?